All right, so I've just created this new table, and as we noted, if I click on browse, I get a big X because I haven't actually inserted any records yet. There's no records to browse. By the way, I've just a minute ago I hit create table, and you'll see that when PHPMyAdmin does stuff, it actually tells you the SQL query that created what you did. So this is kind of a wrapper or a GUI, a graphical user interface that basically just generates SQL queries. So if you used PHP or you went directly into SQL, you could type in all of this and it would create the table like the table you just created. So let's go ahead and insert a record. This isn't the way we would normally do it, of course. We would normally do it by through PHP or some other kind of system outside to the database, but here we can use PHPMyAdmin to do an insert of a record. So my name is Alex, and the flavor I like is lime, and I want 2 scoops. And notice that I've left the ID blank, and I'm going to leave the timestamp blank, and I'm going to hit go. So what it says is insert. Now again, it's doing the query for us, and it says insert into, we can see it down here just as easily, insert into AOIRv3, the table IC social, ID, name, flavor, and values null, Alex Halavey, lime to current date stamp. So it kind of figured this part out itself. This isn't the exact query we'd do. We probably would already have selected AOIRv3. We would be using it. We wouldn't probably even do ID or time. We'd just leave those blank. But it's actually done it, and it says up here, 1 row inserted row ID 1. So even though we didn't, now I can click on browse, even though we didn't put an ID of 1, it auto-incremented and created that. And now we have our first line. It also told us what time and date I've inserted this. Let's insert another one just for the heck of it. Bob wants cherry and 1 scoop, and if I hit go, it does it again. If I browse, you'll see it's made it ID 2. Bob wants cherry, and it's put a date stamp on there. So that's how you do an insert.